I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
And La Paloma. We can go straight into the bans. Goat is Not Dead on the Legion side banned the Prophet and the Monarch. Prophet was obviously picked up the last game, followed by the Hellborn ban of Balfagor and Rally. Magnus is the first time we've seen today. A very strong pick, can obviously be played in various roles. Either mid, rotating, suicide, or as a secondary support. So very solid pick to begin with. It will be very interesting to see if they can bring something more to this game. There was actually a pretty dominant game number 2 from the La Paloma. Lucius Ass was very, very farmed on that Clanks and performed very well. So we will see what the starting pick. They Shadow pick the Vindicator, which is obviously a very good counter towards the Magnus. It's going to be very hard to use the Eruption at any point of the game. And he actually decides to go with it as well. So it took a lot of time there, almost 40 seconds to 60 seconds actually to decide the first pick. You usually want to be a little bit faster, but it's the last game of the semifinals, so maybe they have a lot of things to discuss and try to make something happen. It'll be interesting to see if they choose to run it as a mid hero or as a support. We had a discussion earlier, me and Dave, and it's actually very strong now in the mid lane. Maybe mainly because of that new staff of the Master Effect that they have bring in. And the Hellbringer picked up from the Legion side. Very strong hero in the lane, in my opinion. Can bully most heroes and obviously contributes with a huge Malphas in the team fights. Um, Very susceptible to ganks though. If the Hellborn decides to run sort of like a roaming hero or whatever. But in a straight 1v1 hero, 1v1 fight, there's not a lot of heroes that can match the Hellbringer. So I assume it's going to be a mid. It can be played as a support as well, but I think as a support, like it doesn't offer anything else than the Malphas if you don't have any items. So I think you need to put in mid, maybe get an early staff or a tablet or something that. Oh, Magnus NG. That's a very, very strong combo, and it's going to be providing a lot of secure stuns for the NG Keg and the Spider-Mans. Similar to the Electrician NG lane that we saw earlier today. So a Myrmidon support as well. So they have 2 potential supports on the Hellborn side. So we'll see what he picks up, but I'm going to expect a lot of carry bans in the second round of banning. He goes with the Get the Full Kill Tulifan, so they have actually the same long lane as they did the last game when they went the Myrmidon Catulfant. It's just very, very strong, puts a lot of pressure to the carry. Myrmidon provides a lot of early burst damage, lockdown. With a setup stun adds a Catulfant, it's just very strong. I also personally like to have supports with escapes when you go the long lane. And Myrmidon has been picked up a lot more lately in these tournaments, and I believe it's because of the way they changed the pull camp, because it's a lot easier to get lane control and to get experience in the long lane. So a lot more new supports are being picked up, which is a lot of fun to see. But if we go into the second round of banning, will be as expected see some carry bans. We have Gemini, Clanks, and Predator coming out from the Legion side. Uh, and the Hellborn actually doesn't ban any carries, but they ban the Flux and Moira. So the Moira ban is maybe they want to pick up the Oogie. I would love to see it. It's a personal favorite of mine that you can really snowball and take over a game. And obviously Moira is, in my opinion, the biggest counter, unless you count Self Force. We'll we'll go into the second round of picking phase. We'll close it out with a Sand Raid ban. And yeah, both teams needs carry. I would like to see some sort of more initiation coming out from both of them, since both Hellbringer and Junior deals a lot of damage, but they want to stay in the back and does not want to get caught early. So maybe a strength carry or some sort of other like hero can just get on top of the Vindicator. So that is a Martyr pick. So that will be a mid Hellbringer most likely. Since Martyr, I would be very surprised if he goes anything else than the short lane support. But that also Martyr is a very strong hero, but since you picked that, it also gives away like what they're planning to do. So we will see what the response from Hellborn is. Like the Electrician is up, who can purge the wings, which is a very good against Martyr. Um, and they choose to go with the Polywog. I like the tier a lot, and especially against heroes who has no escapes. So if he managed to put, even Berserker, if you manage to put them inside of the Voodoo Wars, they cannot escape at all. Magnus is the only hero who has an escape. But Berserker is a very good pick in my opinion in this game. Can remove the silence relatively easy. The morph from Poly and the Whipfield as well. So they're gonna need to have a slippery carry here to get away from this Berserker because he's just gonna run down the other 4 heroes. And they choose to go with the Nitro. That's a very we haven't seen a lot of Nitro in competitive yet. Still trying to figure him out, but in my opinion, I think he's the best played as a mid hero since he has the like the Arachna and the Vindicator ability that he can harass without taking creep aggro. Um, so my experience of Nitro, I've played him a couple games, is that he's kind of like an Arachna but with more damage, but without the slow then obviously. So with a lot of stunts and setups around him, he can easily burst down heroes. And I also think it's pretty good counter towards the Berserker since he has 50% evasion, which is pretty insane. He even gets it on level 1, so he only needs one level in that 3 crowd E ability to sustain himself against the Berserker late game. But he will be running to the top lane, so we will have a Vindicator Nitro. A lot of harass potential, but the Vindicator is going to have to play super careful. One stun from the Magmas into Keg from the Engineer is going to be a dead Vindicator every time. So we will have a pause coming out. We'll see if there's any technical differences or if it's just they want to talk how they want to lane this. So yeah, I think the Legion side have a pretty solid team. They have a lot of AoE damage, a lot of good ultimates. They kind of lack ganking power though, in like the mid late game, because they're gonna have to use the Berserker in the team fights in the late game ganks against the Nitro to bring him down. And on the other side, the Hellborn, they have a lot of ganking potential with the Poly, the Nitro, and the global Vindy ulti presence as well. So it's going to be very interesting to see how this turns out. But I would love to see this Nitro in the carry role. He has 3 heroes without any escape abilities, even 4 if you count Berserker. So they're just going to be able to run. He's just going to be able to run and hit them very hard. And there's actually no way to remove the ultimate as well, because even though you use like a Geometer's Bane, you're still going to get the attack speed towards yourself. So, you know, one item such as like Lightning or Nullifier Blade is really going to bring down these heroes. And I assume those will be the items that will go. He needs some sort of farming ability to be able to carry this late game. The Nullifier Blade to drain all the mana and to remove the Wings from Martyr is definitely going to be good. So it seems to be the Hellborn side who wants to pause. Maybe they have some internet issues. They have, as mentioned, a Latino team, so they are struggling with the high ping, and but they did very well last game, so maybe they just need to fix something. We'll see. Looks like we're ready to go at least. And we actually see a teleport down bottom from the Martyr. It's going to be placing that lane ward very early. It's very good. You usually see this only in competitive these days, since you want the synchronizer and the wards. So in TMM, people usually don't do this, but I really like it. Because now you know exactly where the enemy is going to be, and you can see that Myrmidon has 1 ward on him and he has 1 rev ward on him. So it's going to be a lot easier to remove those wards since he has the knowledge. But they're actually going to go for him here. If he oversteps, they decide not to go in. Kind of weird item choices though for the Magnus, I must say. This builds into a mana ring. Obviously they're gonna be very good with the NG because he can place a lot of mine traps, but you know, I definitely think he should have at least a hatch and a buckler to begin with, because he's gonna be taking so much damage from this Nitro. But you know, maybe they just want to put a lot of harassments with the stuns. You know, it brings against a lot of extra intelligence and stats. So that's definitely what they want to do on the Legion side. This Magnus End, you know, they want to harass and they want to kill with their spells. And the Vindicator and the Nitro obviously want to harass with their auto attacks and try to play very passive. It's also going to be interesting to see where what happens in the bottom lane. Martyr and Berserker has a really cool synergy. You know, it's very hard to bring Berserker down, obviously, because you can basically not stun him. And then, you know, Martyr just be able to heal him up and put the shields on him. Actually trading very well here, Martyr. Getting himself low so he can use the Q. So the top lane decides to pull right away. Smart choice to get some lane control and some easy farm. It's very important to get make sure that, like, oh, stun coming in. Actually, they stack those stuns. So now they're gonna take some harassment in the back. A little bit of miscommunication, but you know, Engineer saw an opportunity to hit the stun, and he decided to go for it. But you know, this pull has had such a huge impact in the other series. Like, it's really important to make sure that your own creeps. Oh, Magnus is gonna stun Vindicator into the cake. He has the mines, and that's a bloodlust. As expected, you know, if Vindicator steps up, he's gonna go down. He needs to play very, very safe. But yeah, it's really important to make sure that the creeps, your own creeps or yourself, is killing the neutrals. Otherwise, you're gonna get so far behind in them in those levels. As we saw, Imbaboy took in huge advantage of when he, like in both games, he were 2 levels above the enemy carry simply because they were killing the stacks and the enemy lanes. And heroes for that matters. Good good harassment coming out from Cthulhu. If he blocks him in there, it's gonna be a lot of damage.
Next.
The stun next on the Myrmidon though. But he has the stun. He's gonna turn for the Martyr here. But he will go down. Who'll go down first? Both heroes goes down. I couldn't really see. But now Berserker has, you know, no regen on him. Except for a tree, so he's gonna have to send out some health potion and mana regen probably. But you know, that's an exchange that the Legion side want, I think. You know, they get a kill on Berserker, who's actually been struggling a lot. Only 300 GPM. And the middle matchup is pretty even as well. Slight favor for the Hellbringer, which is as expected. His out attacks is super hard. He's actually positioning very aggressive here. Hitting both of his spells. They're trading. Oh, will this be a kill? Poly will feel strong. Oh, tongue coming out. I think he could have used it a little bit earlier when he had creep aggro as well to deal some more damage, but I don't think it would have been enough. But yeah, both of these heroes are in the mid lane are very low on regen right now. This next rune is going to be super important that they manage to get it. Health potion and mana potion sent out for both of them now, so they're gonna get it. And actually, an apple picked up at the 4-minute mark. That's not, you know, we something see it, and actually it's a disconnect for the Berserker. Oh wow, he ran all the way down. That's unfortunate for him. Then he has to waste a TP to get back in the lane. Kind of surprising that they didn't realize it sooner that he was disconnecting. But he will. I don't think there's gonna be calling him to the remake vote, but I don't think he will at this point. Yeah, they're starting. Kinda rude to not ask, but hopefully he's here so he can play. So Nitro is actually not doing that bad. He's 290 GPM against this mana plane, and he's happy as long as he doesn't die against this lane. I think he's perfectly fine with that. Oh, gang coming out, Myrmidon rotation. Mangekyou into field will secure the kill. Very good rotation coming out from the Myrmidon. The kind of passive game if you compare it to the other matchups. Both lineups are playing. You know, they don't want to overstep their boundaries, I guess, since this is the last game of the semifinals. And mistakes will be very, very high expensive. But yeah, with that kill, Hollywood goes up to the highest GPM chart in the game. Oh, engagement in the bottom lane.
Well done.
Stun into Magic Field as well. Martyr did some miscalculations there with the damage output. Playing way too aggressive. I like though the fact that God's Not Dead picks up these early game items such as the Toxic Claw, the Power Supply, and the Iron Shield. I've seen so many players who refuse to buy items, and it's so important to spend your gold when you play against mana plane. Harassment come out in top lane. Keg is actually hitting into the Mango stun. Mines, will that bring down the Nitro? Yes, it will. He does not have a level in E, so he cannot run away or evade any of those attacks. I always think that it's very good to have engagement in the bottom lane. Berserker is going for the Myrmidon, but he will be returned. Will most likely go down. Yes, he will. But Myrmidon go down. And there is the Malphas with a hasted Hellbringer, so the Cthulhu is in a lot of trouble. They're putting out their out attacks. Yeah, that's that. We have a... Will Martyr get in range for using the Q? It's not gonna need it. The haste is enough. And now they can probably pressure this tower with the Malphas. No, but that's what I'm saying. I think Nitro should put 1 level in E, because it's 50% evasion on level 1. Oh, stun into Keg, into Mines, but Myrmidon is here, so they will probably get a return kill on the Magnus. Will they be able to chase down this engineer as well? He puts a have ward on the ground. Magic Carb coming out. It connects, but the field does not, so... Oh, but he picks up a Ghost Marcher, so... This is probably a dead engineer as well, yes. Pushing it down, and that's a very good exchange for the Hellborn side. Good rotation coming out from the Myrmidon. But a very even game so far. They're trading farm, they're trading kills. But that's definitely in favor of the Hellborn. You know, they want to get as much gold on this Nitro as possible, because he is gonna be the damage dealer. And it feels like Myrmidon is sticking around top, and Vin is coming as well, so maybe they want to secure the farm. Oh, NG smoke. The Keg will connect. Will Magnus now, will they use their... Well, he tries to run away and he pushes him to the silence. They're actually manning up with the Nitro ulti. That's so much damage. And NG is also in trouble trying to get the last hit. Oh, nice stun into the Myrmidon. So he's probably... No, he's getting hit by the field. Well played. Like, this Myrmidon is making so good use of those rotations. And with those stuns, what's his name? He is Mr. Fox. Well played so far, dude. And as I said, that the Legion decided to make a rotation as well. Smoke Hellbringer coming on. He does not have the Malphas yet so far. So, but you know, 1 stun from the Magnus and that's gonna be a dead hero. But he decides to run back mid since they're not in position yet. But you know, since Myrmidon spent so much time top, that also provides a lot of free farm for the Berserker. However, he is not farming that efficiently. Only 270 GPM at this point, even though he has 2-3 minutes of free farm. But now there are 2 guys bottom again, so he needs to be careful. Carp is coming out. Will the stun hit? Yes, it will. Oh, they was baiting him. Myrmidon was right in a position, but now he's so low on the Berserker. They try to man up. Berserker will most likely go down. Yes, the field is hitting, and Martyr is also in trouble. Oh, nice rotation from the Magnus and the Hellbringer with the Malphas. And, a lot of engagement now. Pole is also here. He's gonna be holding the Magnus, but I think he's gonna be able to get away. They're kind of lacking damage. There are no wards available. And he actually morphed the Malphas. That's a pretty smart choice. But Magnus with the Ghost March is trying to run away. Ah, NG with the flank. That's such a nice play. Stun coming in. And the field actually hitting the Vindicator with the Malphas following. That's not going to be enough damage. A lot of action happened in this bottom lane. This was exactly what we were waiting for. It's been a very stiff game so far. A lot of TPs were used there. But this also creates some space for Nitro, who has picked up on the artillery bands, so he will, as expected, go into that lightning. 360 GPM right now, and is the top farmer, since he got a lot of space with that Myrmidon rotations earlier. And he will most likely get this tower as well, unless they use the glyph, like they do now. But, you know, it's only gonna be a Magnus area, but he is invis though. But the Nitro spots the Hellbringer with the top rune ward there, so he decides to go back before he can get any dangers. But NG is smoked there. He's gonna run into the Windigo, but he actually misses the stun. And this is most likely gonna be a return kill on Engineer, because Nitro popped his ultimate, and that is a dead Engineer. Oh, well played there. Another miscommunication between this Magnus and NG. They have been stacking stuns and actually missing stuns as well. And as I say that, Hellbringer is rotating. He does not have Malphas ready, but if Magnus hit the stun, they most likely have enough damage. But the Vinny ulti to slow them down. Now he has killed his E3 as crowd, so he runs away. Vinny is playing very aggressive. That's most likely gonna be a dead Vindicator. Takes so much damage from that dot, but he gets denied. Well played there by Gary. And now Berserker joins the party. Nitro pushes him away though. So he has to switch targets to the Myrmidon, who's actually hitting a lot of heroes with his spells once again. But in the end he goes down, and now Polly's in a lot of trouble. He's gonna fall. Great exchange there for the Legion side. Committing 5 heroes and get a 3-for-0 exchange. But Nitro survived, which is the most important thing, and he actually picks up the Alchemist Bones instead of the Lightning. I guess that it's decent, you know, it's gonna keep his GPM up. However, it does not synergize this as well as the Lightning. But maybe he decides to go both of them, which is, in my opinion, very greedy. But since, you know, the Legion side has no hero who can farm jungle that efficiently, Berserker's actually terrible at jungling, so going greedy and going late game might be the right call. Oh, stun coming to Devilfish. That's a better communication there. Kicks down, the energy field comes down, and the Malphas. That's a lot to commit on a Cthulhuphant, but he does go down. Will Myrmidon survive though? He actually, nice dodge from the Magnus hitting the stun. And that's another good exchange from the Legion side, killing 2 people. But, you know, the GPM chart is still in favor of the Hellborn because, you know, once they made a lot of rotations, the Hellborn can just farm the other lanes. But, you know, it probably feels good, at least for the Legion, to get those kills. It kind of builds momentum, and now they're up 14-10 in kills. And as I said, that the Nitro picks up another Alarker band, so he actually going for the Lightning after the Alchemist Bone. Which is, I mean, I don't agree with having both of these farming items, but I do think the Lightning is so strong on the hero, simply because it synergizes so well with the attack speed from the Overdrive. So it is a core item, and, you know, he decides to go greedy, and yeah, so far it's paying off. You know, as long as he's not dying, that Alchbom's gonna provide so much for him. And they're trying to get the bot tower. And it goes down, credits to the tower kill for the Martyr. And Berserker's actually going Helm of the Victim first, so no farming item on him. So the Legions really want to be fighting early. I guess you can consider Whispering on... Oh, never mind, there's engagement up, the field coming out, it's actually missing. Engineer has a kick stun already and actually hit the stun and the energy field, so Myrmidon's probably gonna go down here. But he doesn't connect the mine. Yes, now it goes. Yeah, that's enough damage. I mean, the Legions, they're getting kills. So they have that going for them, but they're not going ahead in the GPM chart. And as I mentioned, you know, Whispering Helm is obviously a farming item of certain heroes, but since Berserker can't farm the jungle, I wouldn't consider it a farming item. But you know, it could probably be an Incendiaries as well, which is, in my opinion, the best item on the Berserker, since its ultimate is based on HP, max HP, and the extra strength is just so super good on Berserker. But yeah, but Legion feels that they're very confident taking fights now, so they're just grouping up, trying to get kills, which is the way they should play this game, since the Nitro decided to be so greedy with both Alchemist and the Lightning. Stun actually hits, but they decided not to go into the Myrmidon. It's not really the target they want to find. If they want to take a team fight, they really want to go on the Vindicator, Poly, or the Nitro. Basically ignore the Cthulhuphant, in my opinion. You know, Myrmidon also has that escape. It's gonna pick up a Invis rune, so maybe we want to set up another kill with that one. The Legion side did not have any vision on the top room, so they have no idea that this Myrmidon is invis. And he will try to follow this Magmus, who is really close to that PK, so he really not want to die here. But it looks like they're gonna go for him. He spots the Nitro at least, so they have to go now. The stun will connect. Will the silence be in time? Yes, it will. Overdrive coming out and pushing him, and that's a dead kill. And actually commit with the Vindy ulti as well. Probably not necessary, but it will delay the PK on Magnus for a while, and that is actually very important because that's the main initiation tool from the Legion side. So as long as Magnus not out of PK, I think Nitro is gonna be completely fine with just farming. And as that happens, Berserker actually picks up the Insanitarius. And they TP bottom to fight here. Field will connect and stop anything from happening. But yeah, Nitro finish up his lightning. It's gonna be interesting to see what he goes for. As I mentioned earlier, Nullifier Blade is very, very good on the hero, but I don't think he should pick it up at this point. He really needs a defensive item. Since, you know, there's no farming here on the Legion side, so as long as he can delay the game now with his 2 farming items, so picking up a Shrunken or a Geobane is definitely the way to go, in my opinion. With the Geobane you can obviously remove the sight and the chain from the Berserker. With the Shrunken you can, you know, dodge the stuns and all of the damage from the other Hellborn side. Other Legion heroes, I mean, sorry. And as I say that, the Hellborn actually pushing the bottom tower with an Astrolabe finish on the Cthulhuphant. So, yeah, that tower was gonna be dead since they committed so much. Smoke coming up from Hellbringer. They really want to try to find this Nitro, but you know, without a PK on Magnus, I think it's gonna be super hard to get in close range for him. And as they are pushing the wave, the tower bot's probably gonna go down unless they commit to defend this. And Police actually pick up the J-Spire, which is something I really like. Synergizes so well with all of his abilities. He has 3 core single target abilities to be able to position himself way back. And now Nitro is actually in a lot of trouble. Malphus coming up with the initiation. That's a Magnus Eruption with a PK reveal. And that is the definition of PK reveal right there. That's exactly the kill they wanted. And Myrmidon is now in trouble as Berserker pops ulti and Instanitarius. Will he try to TP out? Yes, but he does not manage to do it. Martyr comes in and helps Berserker kill that guy. 2 very important kills. Getting down that Nitro. And with the Malphus up, they can push it sour. It's most likely gonna go down. I don't see any way that the Hellborn side can defend this. You know, without their carry and no Vindy ulti. He's actually denying his own Malphus, which is a good call. It's a lot of gold. Yeah, now the Legion's just trying to put a lot of pressure. They have deep wards both on this hill here, right next to the tier 2 tower, but also to the entrance of the jungle. That will probably be dewarded relatively early though, since they had their own ward there for a while.
It's time for you to
Until big engagement here. Oh, big stun to the engineer. Will he manage to get the whiff up? Yes, he will. Martyr ulti the Hellbringer to get him back to full HP. Tongue time holding him down though. Oh, Magnus, nice. 3-man stun actually in the back line. Martyr's gone down. Hellbringer decides to TP out, but now Magnus in a lot of trouble. And he will go down as well. Huge engagement there from the Hellborn side, getting a 3-4-0 exchange. The only good thing is obviously that the 2 core heroes survives, and actually Hellbringer managed to buy the Staff of the Master, which can help them a lot more. But yeah, like it feels like the the Legion side is on a clock right now. Like they need to get kills, they need to win team fights because you know the Legion side, Hellborn side is just so greedy. Now they actually goes the Hyper Crown instead of any sort of defensive items. So they're just gonna fall further and further behind unless they actually manage to get some kills. That tier 2 tower is gonna go down. Oh, 3 TPs actually to the bottom lane. As they just decides to farm this. Kinda, I think there was a miscommunication there. 3 people, everyone saw the gold potential. They just wanted to bring it. But now Hellbringer is in a lot of trouble. Speed on the Polywog, and yeah, that's definitely gonna be a dead Hellbringer. But you know, as they have 4 heroes here, and they don't deal that much damage without the Nitro. So it actually takes some time for 4 heroes to kill that hero. So I wonder what Berserker is gonna go next. He has a Warhammer already. So I assume that's gonna be a Shrunken. I really dislike some sort of what's it called? Shield breaker on the hero. It's just awful. But I don't agree with the Shrunken either, since he has his ultimate to remove all of the debuffs and the stuns. So I would just try to tank up so you can be the one running in. But you know they have a lot of damage as well, magic damage from on the Hellborn side, so he decides to go with the Shrunken. Yeah, I just feel like the Hellborn is in a really good position now. Nitro is closing in on that 500 GPM mark, while Berserker is on 400. And like I don't know if Nitro is a counter to Berserker, but it kind of feels like that since you can just push him away, use the E for all the evasion. And I would actually rather see Berserker going like a Savage Mace instead of the Shrunken, or even though that's a super early Savage Mace, and that's probably not the right call either. But he's gonna need it at some point because you know if he misses every other hit, you know Nitro's not gonna go down. But yeah, it feels like the game has kind of been a bit staggered for the last couple of minutes. They're just trying to farm and get those core items. PK is picking up by the Polywog, so now he's gonna have a huge initiation and range with the Jade Spire. And it's very hard, obviously, to morph the Berserker into a Voodoo board, but if you manage to do that, that's gonna be huge. But you know he should probably focus down on the supporting on the backline. Maybe keep the Martyr down forever, or you know, or the NG or Hellbringer who actually deals a lot of damage and contributes with a lot of crowd control in the fights. So there are 3 heroes in the bottom lane here. Cthulhuphant is here, but he's very tanky with the headdress, and the Magma's ult is coming out though. Will it be enough? Stun coming out. Keg is connecting, but they're actually missing that other build, but he's super tanky. Only half HP right now, and they use 2 ultimates right away, and he's gonna TP out. He's gonna be fine. Oh, the Malphas come out too late. Oh, that's 3 ultimates, and they're not even gonna bring him down. Oh, that must suck for the Legion side. And you know these are 3 heroes with relatively long cooldown, and this is gonna buy more time for Nitro to farm. But you know, at least they're gonna use the Malphas to try to pressure this tower. But you know, I think the Hellborn can defend it if they want to, but they're also fine with dropping down. But now they decide to rotate. And an Invis Polywog Priest actually not gonna be able to catch someone here. Oh, Berserker's actually out of position here. Will they see him though? They're gonna go for the Martyr instead, which is the easier kill. Berserker is in, but Magnus is running away, so Berserker is actually probably gonna go down here. He has no... Oh, nice stun there coming out from the Magnus, turning the attention to himself. But the stun comes down, and he will go down.
I saw that. Well done.
lot of miscommunications there. Magnus ran the other way, 2 heroes were not there, and Berserker still went in. They should have just, you know, called run, basically, and you know, either that or Magnus would just go in and trade his life to make sure that Berserker could get away, because that was just awkward to watch. Berserker running in like a Berserker should do, but you know, without the supporting cast, there's just not enough crowd control to bring anyone down. So they're actually, with 3 heroes dead, they're actually gonna decide to push the high ground here. They also know that there's no Malphas available. But yeah, they don't have that lot of push ability without the voodoo wards ready, so they're basically just tickling the tower a bit. But you know, actually Nitro went down there. I totally missed that, so not a horrible trade, but still 2 for 1. But yeah, Nitro has a Firebrand, so he will most likely go into the Geomer's Bane to remove the change. Very greedy player, this guy. But he played super well with last game with Clanks, and like right now he's 7, 3, and 5 with 500 GPM. So like, you can't blame him for playing greedy if he makes it work. And as I mentioned, like in the beginning of the picking draft, like they don't have a lot of ganking potential in the Legion side either. So like, to kill Nitro, they need to bring the Berserker and, you know, probably one more hero to stun him and lock him down. And you know, Berserker, he wants to farm himself, so I don't know. It's kind of awkward when they have these long cooldowns on the Malphas energy field and eruption, because they can't really do anything when those cooldowns are, when they don't have those spells. But yeah, like it's still a very even game. It's 18 and 18 in kills. The GPM shard is relatively even. Slight favor though for the Hellborn side, which is like expected. And the next item choice for the Berserker is the Whispering Helm, so he's gonna have at least some more lifesteal, so he can sustain himself more in the team fights. Barrier is finished on the Cthulhu, which is very big. Most of the damage on the Legion side is magic damage, except the Berserker. You know, they have the eruption, the energy field, and the mines, so that's really gonna help keep his supports in the backline alive. They're actually being very deep here. Mangekyou putting pressure on the tower, but Polywog is here and he actually catches the Engineer, but he tablets away, but it's not enough, being the ulti committed as well. But yeah, good item pickup to pick up the tablet, at least to push people out. They have 2 tablets right now. Very underestimated item in most games. But yeah, Geomar's Bane is finished on Nitro, so now he's gonna have a little easier time dealing with this Berserker. Cthulhu is in probably a lot of trouble now. They spot him.
You're next.
Gets done. That's cancel. I don't know why I try that even. Berserker's gonna pound him down. That's even, you know, it's 4 people, but this time they actually killed him, so as I mentioned earlier, they need Berserker to get the kills. Last time they used the eruption, the energy field, and the Malphas, and it didn't kill him. You know, Berserker is their damage dealer in this fight, in this Legion team at least. So now they're gonna push this tower with 2 Malphas, and I would be very surprised if the Hellborn decides to defend this without that big frontliner as the Cthulhu is. So, but you know, with the backdoor protection, it's actually taking quite some time for the tower to go down. And they actually decide to TP to the top lane instead to defend that tower, since Nitro was just split pushing. So they didn't get the tower. I'm very surprised about that. They had Malphas and no one defending from the Legion side. But, you know, I mean, if you're scared, if you're not committing, it's gonna be hard. I would also like to comment on the ward situation now. The Legion side has very little vision. Only the ward here by the ancient camp, right next to the Kongor. While the Hellborn side, the La Paloma, has vision both in the enemy jungle but also securing their own Kongor. So maybe they try to do that, but I think they should just play it safe until Nitro has that shrunken head. He needs around 1,000 gold. He picks up the Warhammer, and he's gonna have the shrunken relatively early, as he clears the triple ancients here. And the Berserker is actually trying to kill the Congo by himself, and he actually goes so low on Martyr has to use the ultimate on him. He should have used the ultimate, I guess, but it was on cooldown. Yeah, it's gonna go down. The Hellborn side does nothing to contest it. Oh, we actually used the wings there. I don't really agree with that, since Berserker doesn't know how much HP he has left. Could have been very awkward if he came back with low HP and gets slammed by the Kongor. But that's a very important buff that you need. There was really not much else they could do at that point. So, good decision. But Nitro is now 50 gold away from his shrunken head, as he gets 570 GPM, and he purchased the item there. And now I think the Hellborn, let's say, says that they want to fight. They have a lot of, they have vision in the enemy jungle. They have all the core items that needs a Nitro. This is actually a very smart move that the Nitro does. He actually uses the Hyper Crown on creeps, which is actually insanely broken if you look at it. Like, you always get, you know, one more wave by doing this, without putting yourself in any sort of harm. I think it's super frustrating playing, but that's initiation from the Poly onto the Hellbringer. He's gonna go down super fast with the Nitro. Berserker is in, but Nitro has... he actually does not get... Oh, there comes the Geobane. Berserker has to retreat. His Shrunk is gonna wear off anytime soon. And now Nitro's just hitting him. Nice ultimate from Martyr. And the Malphas to return. Energy field locking down only Myrmidon, sadly. And there it goes. Oh. Berserker's still alive though, but there so many people are dead. Actually only 2 there, so low. So 2 for 1 exchange. So I think the Hellborn side is happy with that. If Nitro were a little bit faster with this Geometer's Bane, they could probably get more out of it, but now Berserker got at least 3-4 punches on him. So he was forced to run away. But it's still gonna be a tower, and the Legion, the gold is gonna be increasing. It's gonna be very interesting to see what sort of items they go for now. Legion is stacking a lot of gold. They have 3,000 gold on Hellbringer, 3,000 on Magnus, and 3,600 on the Berserker. I would like to see a Rest Stone on Hellbringer, probably a Sheep Stick on the Magnus, and I don't really know what Berserker needs at this point. Maybe a Bloodborne Maul or like a Shroud or Peaky so we can get close to the Nitro. And also gonna be interested to see what Nitro decides to go. Staff Legacy purchased by the Polywog, so that's probably gonna be put on the Cthulhuphant. Cthulhuphant with staff is super strong, since he will force like the entire backline to attack him. Veilrod's gonna be popped. Hellbringer gets too close to that Cthulhuphant. Yeah, and he does give the Master Legacy to Cthulhuphant, so now he can just peeky in, forcing all of this supporting staff to attack him, so they can't aid the Berserker in the front. He tries to go for the Nitro, so very smart pickup. And that is actually an Arcana bought by Nitro, so I hope to see a Rest Stone. Double Shrunken, double ulti, double Q is gonna be huge, and actually engagement, stun coming into Magnus, Morph. Wings coming out, but that's not enough. Malphas also used. Vindicator all comes down, and now Nitro's pounding in the auto attack. Oh my god, serial killer streak. They're just melting, and he actually popped the Void to run a little bit faster, try to catch this NG. Stun comes out, and that's gonna be a dead NG. Hat trick for the Nitro, who's now 600 GPM. Yes, as I said, he went on Arcane. I don't think he should buy a Hellflower, since Berserker can just remove it. So I would love to see a Resistone here. Double ulti, double Shrunken, double Geo. It's gonna be huge. And Berserker actually right-clicks the Savage Mage, which is the correct call in my opinion, since you know Nitro already have 50% evasion on the. They're dropping the Voodoo Wards, trying to deal damage to the tower, but the Glyphs comes out. And, still dropping pretty fast. Magnus is smoked though. 2-man's done, but now he's in a lot of trouble. And everyone just decides to run away. But the tower almost goes down, so well played there by the Hellborn side. Making sure to deal damage and not get caught. Spiked Bola picked up by the Myrmidon. I kind of dislike that item in this game particular, since Berserker can remove it with his ultimate. It lasts for like maybe 1 second or less. But Nitro is in a lot of trouble. Magus down coming out. Will they have enough Mark of Death coming out? But he pops the Shrunken and just run away. But you know, that's not no Shrunken on Nitro, so they're gonna try to do Conquer here. I think that's the correct move. It doesn't look like the Abaton want to contest this. And it is actually Hellflower picked up running the Nitro. So maybe he wants to make sure to kill the supporting cast. Oh, they're actually low now. Cthulhu gonna ulti is big use, so everyone will be hitting the Cthulhu. Will it go down? Oh, nice AoE, and that's a cleanup. And they actually get the Congo as well for one exchange and the Congo. That's so huge. And actually, Polywog gets a kill on the other heroes there. It's a 5 for one exchange. And that's a buyback on Magnus and Hellbringer, but I don't think they can do anything. They should just commit here. But they decide to kill the bottom Rex instead with the Voodoo Wards. Relatively. Oh, Magnus Eruption. Will this be a kill on the Polywog? He does have an Invis rune on him. But damage coming out. It's not gonna be enough. And now they're in trouble. Tablet helping him though. But Nitro's on the run. He's gonna kill the Magnus here. And the bottom Rex gonna go down. As well as the mid tower. Second buyback though, Magnus going in, stunning the Nitro in the backline. He's using the Shrunken and dust, and now he's just melting. Holy shit, that damage is so much. And he still has his Hellflower available. But they decide to retreat now once Berserker is up, so they managed to get the Rex bottom and the mid tower for 2 deaths, so that's definitely worth it, and yeah, they're very happy with that exchange. Yeah. Game's looking very green for the lead inside, as Polly is also closing in on that Resistone, so double ulti with staff is gonna melt the Rex mid next time they go. Yeah, very solid play from La Paloma so far. And since he bought back there on the Hellbringer, he decides to go the Arcane Bomb instead. Kinda disagree with that item this late, since you know the illusions from Nitro does not do that much of a damage. He mainly saves it for the chain from Berserker. Hits his ultimate, deals damage, and he has actually 5k gold saved up. So I wonder what he's gonna trade that Alchemist Bomb for. I would love to see a Jinjuro or something like that, so he can just start picking people off And as I say, that Nitro actually reaches 700 GPM, so even though the hero doesn't seem to have a lot of farming abilities, but you know, with the Alchebones and Lightning, oh, here Magnus gonna go down if he managed to get Hellflower off, and he does. And Cthulhu Fant also provides aid for the Nitro. Polygon gets picked up as well. I missed that. I assumed there was a smoke gank, since they were very, very greedy with 2 people high with no other heroes available. But you know, the Hellborn knows that there's no Shrunken and that they use the Berserker ulti. Whichever, it's very low cooldown, so it's only 40 seconds, so he's gonna be up. And Nitro picks up Engineer in the bottom lane, so the Hellflower is paying off. He probably did the right choice, since he can, like any other hero than Berserker, just gonna die anytime they go close to Nitro. And I don't see, like, there's no way for them to defend this. I wonder if there's gonna be Mega Crypts here, or if they just decide to run away. Berserker's actually in the front, and the Malphite's coming out, being the ulti counter, but they just manning up. Nitro doesn't give a shit. Berserker gets a few kills at least, but Nitro is still alive. Oh, Myrmidon flies in. Questionable decision at best. Double tap for the Berserker. This is exactly what they needed. So they only lost 1 Rex and actually got 2 kills. So they made the best of a bad situation. Looks like Vindicator's also trying to get that Rest of Stone. He's gonna have a lot of a hard time getting it though. Still needs quite a lot of gold. But you know, maybe they decide to switch it up so Myrmidon buys all the wards, and then they might be able to get it. But yeah, like the Spike Bola on Myrmidon is the wrong choice. Like, doesn't affect Berserker at all. I would much rather see like a Storm Spirit or a Tablet to make sure that Nitro doesn't die. And as I say that, the Legion decided to go for the Conqueror again, so it will be their 3rd attempt, but they only got the kill once, since last time it didn't work out so well for them with the whole cleanup and Nitro getting 4 kills. So Nitro sold the Alchemist one, picked up a Symbol of Rage, obviously very good item. It's gonna be super hard for the Legion to kill him now with 3 defensive items.
Has been slain.
But you know, Hellborn did actually, like, sure, it's not good to give away the token, but they managed to ward up a lot in the enemy jungle, so it's gonna be really hard for the Legion side to leave the base right now. Oh, initiation on the Engineer there. Counter Malphas, and Berserker coming in from the back, going on to the Nitro, but Nitro has that Symbol of Rage, just pops it. And Berserker's actually gonna melt, and Nitro's full HP after the fight, and Magnus Eruption coming in. I would like to see a stun instead of the Eruption there, it's gonna be much more efficient. Buyback coming out from Berserk, but he does not have the ulti or the Shrunken ready, so he's not gonna be able to do anything about that. The question is if they decide to go the Mega Creeps or the Shrine. They decide to go the Mega Creeps. Oh, miss stun. Poly goes in with the Morph though. But he's probably gonna die as Berserker starts hitting him. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, Berserker getting 2 kills.
You're next.
Vindicator's probably gonna... yes, he goes down.
You're next.
Nitro will have to run. Will he deny the Myrmidon though? Nope, he will not. But now the creeps are pushing so much, and I wonder, like, can Berserker even defend these creeps? He has to run back to base, at least pulling some of them into the well with him. But the world tree is going down. Berserker, you need to go out and fight here. Unless they just give up. Yeah, GG is called. They're gonna let the creeps finish out the top tree. Very solid play from La Paloma, who will be facing son of a pitch with Imaboy as captain. It's gonna be very interesting to see. You know, Imaboy's team with playing a lot more aggressive. So we'll see if the greedy carry player in La Paloma could make it work. Even though very good played by everyone. I must say the Nitro is the MVP though. 18 kills. And yeah, we will go into the final right away when the players are ready. So stay tuned. We'll be right back.